Now, the first thing you're gonna need is a camera. You don't need anything too shiny, and I'm gonna show you how you can make a huge saving on equipment in a minute. But if you're turning up to a shoot with something like this, you're probably not gonna be, in most people's eyes, looking like a production company. If you've got a DSLR, then you're gonna do one step better. Or if you've got something like this bad boy, then people are gonna have a lot more respect for you, and ultimately you can charge a bit more. So get yourself a camera. Most people are gonna take a relatively good or entry-level DSLR to start their production company. Next up, you're gonna want a laptop or something to edit from, followed by some editing software. There's a few free versions out there. Also, I'd suggest taking a look at DaVinci Resolve. They do a free light version. Or if you wanna go for a paid for version, something more industry standard, you can be looking at Final Cut or Premiere Pro are two really good options. And finally, you're gonna need some clients, because after all, if you don't have any paying clients, that doesn't sound like much of a business to me. Whoa, hold on, Ross. So you're telling me because I already have these things and I already have a video production company? Well, not really. Although this is the bare essentials you need to start a video production company, you need to make your business profitable and start getting clients from day one to have the best chance of success. Which is why in this video, I'm gonna give you some top tips on how to land clients and fill them with confidence, meaning that you can make more sales. I'm also gonna talk you through what to do if you don't have the best or any equipment. And finally, I want to help you look way bigger than you are. So if you're a one-man band, you're gonna be able to sign huge clients despite the fact you might be working out of your parents' living room. So for me, this journey took about 2 years to go from working out of my own parents' living room to smashing the 100K barrier, employing a team of people and getting a studio. But I had no one to help me with this when I started. So hopefully with my help, hard work and dedication, you're gonna be able to do this much quicker. Now, if you're anything like me, when I was starting out, I had very little confidence and I didn't actually like talking to businesses or people for that matter of fact. And it's something that I've had to work hard on and learn very early on is the power of conviction and how that can be really damaging to a business if you're not using it right. You see, conviction is key. The way that you talk to people and you interact in person or online with businesses will tell them a lot about you. You'll either fill them with confidence, lead into a sale, or you'll fill them with uncertainty, lead into them dismissing you. Now, perhaps right now you have a very basic camera, and perhaps that makes you nervous or worried under the surface. You need to make sure that that doesn't come across when you're talking to clients. And that's why having a portfolio to manage their expectations is vital to you doing a good job in the long term. Now, perhaps right now you have a very basic type of camera, and that's gonna make you nervous, or perhaps even under the surface, you're gonna be quite worried about things. You need to make sure that that doesn't come across, and that's why having a portfolio to manage the client expectations is vital to success. If you show the potential client some work and they still want to work with you, then their expectations have been set. If you show them a big budget commercial from someone else, then yes, you're probably going to be worried because your track record doesn't align with those expectations that you've put in the client's head. As YC Imogen said on my latest collaborations podcast,
you know, a lot of people want to make $5,000, $10,000 for a music video. Well, you have to eventually make the $5,000 or $10,000 music video. You know, you have to eventually make the video that looks like that.
If you haven't, then I'd suggest taking a look at that series, because I've asked industry professionals how they managed to become successful, and some of the answers were not what I was actually expecting. So, what to do if you don't have the best equipment, or any equipment for that matter of fact, but you want to start a video production company? Well, put simply, you need to rent or borrow. Well, Ross, I don't have any money! Look, there's nothing stopping you trying to make a sale and then either borrowing a camera or asking for a deposit from the client, which you then use to rent a camera for the day. We've rented out our equipment in the past, and that's exactly what we've found other creatives doing. That way you can start reaching out to potential clients right now without having to invest in expensive cameras or upgrade into the latest gear. You could also think about borrowing a camera for a friend, using rental community websites like Fat Llama to find cheap rentals in your area, or even next time it's your birthday or Christmas, just ask for something that you need to help grow your business. That's exactly what I did for years. I asked my family and friends to help me buy camera gear rather than presents that I didn't need, so that I could grow my business and start to accumulate some equipment to then charge more, do a better job, produce better work. Also, don't overlook subcontracting. There's really no reason that you couldn't temporarily team up with a filmmaker who owns the gear already. You make the sales and then you give them the work while still being able to take a cut off the top of it and grow your business. Yes, you're going to make a little bit less money, but it's a great way to start a collaborative relationship and deliver on high-end productions when you're perhaps not at that level already. Now, if you already have a decent camera, laptop, and all the things I've mentioned, then great. You're probably lacking clients and potentially having to make large repayments on that gear. So, how do you look way bigger than you are to sign bigger clients? This is me. This is me in my garage, a team of 3 people working for 5 or 6 companies that all turn over more than $1 billion a year. Plus, we're working for around another 10 companies that make multiple millions a year. From my garage. Let that sink in for a second. This is me in my garage. Now, why on earth would they want to work with a small company like us from my garage? Well, that's because we had a slick website, a great portfolio, some of which we did for free and some that we built up over time, and we were doing all of the little things that made us seem way bigger than we were. Basically, everything I did in this video right here, we did so that we had the best chance of success. Look, you need to realize that clients want you for your quality of work, not because of your size of your business. Although there is a tendency from businesses to assume that bigger, more established production companies will provide better quality, or those bigger production companies can often instantly demand more trust because of their track record. But it's not impossible. As I've proved, to get your foot in the door, you can do it. Now, if I had a crappy @hotmail.com email address and a terrible portfolio, could I have landed those billion-dollar clients? No, absolutely not. But I didn't. I compared everything that we did to the huge production companies that weren't even in competition with. Even when it was just me, a single person, a one-man band in a brand new business, I took what they were doing, I made it my own, and I tried to portray the business that I wanted to be, not the one I currently was. So that way I could pick and choose my own work, travel the world and grow my business, which is exactly why you need to click on this video right here. That's going to give you some advice on how to go full-time and why you need to avoid the freelance lifestyle. Or why not check out the Collaborations podcast series that I mentioned earlier on so that you can see how some of these people have become successful. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.